Welcome across to this special. We are in conversation with Union Minister Nitin Gadkari to get a sense of the government's blueprint when it comes to infrastructure. We're at the cusp of the starting of a brand new financial year. So what will FY18 hold in store as far as the roads, highways, the overall infrastructure sector, and of course the shipping ministry is concerned? Welcome to the show, sir. Thank you for taking out the time. So let me start with the basics.
Thank you.
We're coming after a 2-3 month period of demonetization when there was a bit of a question mark on traffic growth, on toll revenue as well. How do you sum up the health of the Indian highways as we are rounding up FY17?
Today, as for traffic density is concerned, our highways are moving fast. Even for our hybrid model, we are already getting good response from the investor. And highway speed is also increased. I am confident that end of March, we will go up to 30 kilometers per day. Presently, we have 22 kilometers per day. And now we are planning for a big mega conference on convention on logistic facilities which we want to develop in the country. Actually, the dream of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, made in India and make in India, will be achieved only by reducing the logistic cost. So there is a lot of new technologies are there, and particularly the Railway Ministry, the Commerce Ministry, the Agriculture Ministry, Aviation Ministry, and Road Ministry, and Shipping, Inland Waterways, where we are now keenly plan for making of integrated approach for logistic park. And a multimodal hub, multimodal transport hub, multimodal passenger hub. So this is a new concept by which we want to develop the logistic park in the country, and where we have the arrangement for truck terminal, having the truck transporters and the truck maintenance for mechanics, and at the same time the banks and offices, and the area there will be a big storage system with using the modern technology for food grain, fertilizer, cement, pre-cooling plant, cold storage. And in 36 big cities, we are planning going for ring road, where we can make this type of arrangement as a logistic park. And it is an integrated approach. So that's why the conference is for 3 days, and we have already invited Prime Minister for inauguration, and I'm confident that we are expecting the investment of more than 50,000 crore in the logistics sector.
So let me go over some of these points one by one, and let's start with the number that you gave me first. 30 kilometers, that's the rate that now the Highways Ministry has reached, because I think it was around 17-18 kilometers earlier by the end of December. So this 30 kilometers a day, this is as we are speaking in the month of March. And would you retain targets of 41 plus, which was the target for this year, for the next fiscal as well?
No, presently it is 22 kilometers per day. But end of March, we are not, still we are expecting there are some big projects we are supposed to be complete before March. And we are trying for that, it's a target. But presently in the ministry, it is come to 22 kilometers per day, because after December also we added it. Now it is difficult because there are 2-3 big projects are going on, and I'm expecting we are trying our best to complete that project before March end. And also we are targeting for giving contracts for more than 15,000 kilometers up to the end of March. That is also war footing we are doing. We are trying to do it, but it is the target, but I am expecting that we will go up to complete that target.
Okay, so that's pretty important. You are looking at hopefully reaching 30 kilometers a day by the end of the month, and the project award target of 15,000, that is also intact, you're saying?
Yes. Now, after the end of the March, we will make the total data, what we will get it from it, then it can be appropriate for me to say. But the target is for, already we are working very fast on war footing level to complete the target of giving contracts to 15,000 kilometers, and at the same time complete the target of 30 kilometers per day.
Sir, let me quote one of the industry reports. I mean, these are just some of the concerns that, let's say, different, rating agencies are highlighting. I'm quoting from an India Ratings report. They're giving their outlook for the infrastructure sector, road sector for the year. And one of the concerns is that expectations of sluggish traffic growth, which is why India Ratings at least is maintaining a negative outlook. what do you think have the lessons been? Because the target was originally 40 kilometers a day. It was around 17, 18. Now it's improved to 22. You're hoping to go to 30. So what were the reasons why the original target couldn't be met? And how are you hoping to better this in the new year?
Madam, everywhere we must have a big target. Target actually a target is for the ministry, for the people who are doing work fast, to give them a target that you have to make this target. But the problem is that in the situation, day by day, we are trying for that, but it is a very difficult task because the land acquisition is a big problem. The system for taking decision also, there is a long-term system for that. And I feel that at the same time, we are making DPR, then got a lot of clearances. Somewhere there are some judiciary problem is there, somewhere land acquisition problem is there, somewhere the problem for the bankers. Now 48 projects we are waiting for financial closure. So the problems are everywhere. But what my spirit behind all this thing is to giving a good target. Everyone tried his level best to complete that target. So target is very big and it's very high. And 30 kilometers is not a small thing. If you are going, even 22 kilometers is also a big thing. But still, for maintaining the tempo, always there is a big target which motivates and inspires the people to work more. That is the basic philosophy behind it.
Sir, can you throw some more light on project closures and finances wherever that might be a concern? We had some odd numbers. You mentioned a couple of projects. How many projects would be there which are awaiting financial closure? Because that is one of the concerns that's also been highlighted. And are you talking to sort of the finance ministry? What is the bankers' approach to this to try and expedite a lot of the stuck highway projects in the new year?
Actually, in the project which already sanctioned by the ministry, there is some problem related with the land acquisition. Because previously it was decided by the ministry that without 80% of land acquisition, we cannot offer appointment date. But after that, we changed it, and now we have decided after 50% of the land is acquired and the process for other land acquisition is in the process, then we are ready to give the appointment date. So there is a relaxation which we are giving in land acquisition. And the second thing is financial closure. In minority, in many cases now, I have a meeting with the bankers in Mumbai 1 month before. I discussed this issue very detailed with the bankers, and I assured them the investment in the highway sector is a secured investment because we are getting the toll from it. And presently, at the past, when there was a problem with land acquisition, environment forest clearance, not taking decision, these are not the problems. Presently, the sector is moving fast, and I request them that you should give priority to invest into highway sector. So today, the impression of the bankers, impression of the investor is changed. Once upon a time, it was not a good impression. But today, after our good performance, now all stakeholders are giving good response, and I am confident that we will achieve our goal.
So any sort of guidance or any sort of estimates you can give us in terms of if you've set a target for yourself and for the ministry, how many stuck road projects, highway projects are you hoping to unlock in FY18? Is there some internal thinking?
No, presently the thinking in the ministry is we should give priority to EPC project. Because still I feel that the health of the sector is not in a good position. It is improving. Compared with the past, the sector is doing good. Good performance is there. But still, now we have decided to give the priority for making EPC project, by which it give a positive signal to the investor. At the same time, the health of the industry also will be changed, and then it will be more easy for us to get the investment in PPP or BOT mode.
Sure. So now let's talk about this mega infrastructure summit that the ministry is actually an interministerial summit that you're looking out in May. And there are some pretty ambitious fundraising targets that have been laid out there as well. So what is the thought process? And when you're talking about multimodal logistics, what is it that the ministry is really aiming at?
Already in our shipping ministry, in particular the ports, we now started to making dry port. Just like in railway, the Concord is doing. Then we are also planning, we are already started work in Jalna and Wardha in Maharashtra. We are making the satellite port also. The second thing is we are already decided to convert 111 river into waterways. In Ganga, we have already work have been started and we are making 40 water ports there and 3 multimodal hubs. One is at Varanasi, Haldi and Sahibganj. And from Sahibganj, you can export anything to Bangladesh, Myanmar and Southeast Asia. At the same time, we can take material from Sahibganj to Chitgaon. We have already signed the agreement with the Bangladesh, and from Chitgaon by road we can go to the northeast. That is going to reduce the logistic cost. At the same time, we are making the railway and highway to be in a one logistic park. Then it can be also easy for transport. Somewhere we are going to connect it to the airports. Our government is planning for making of 400 regional airports. So the integration between the road sector, port sector, inland waterways, railway and aviation. So this integrated approach of development is very important. It is depending upon the geographical situation. So we will make the research and study of every project. All stakeholders and all departments, they have a policy for that, and we are open. In this conference, there is a big exhibition which is with new technology, and we are open. Even in NHI, we are open. If anyone give 1,000 acre of land, we can make joint venture. We can give him access. We can bear the cost of construction, road construction. We will see that he will get all type of clearances, and by joint venture, we can make the logistic park. At the same time, I am appealing to the state government. They can also participate in it. They can make the logistic park with the joint venture with the central government. And our offer is with the central government corporation, just like Food Corporation of India, many corporations are there. Even we can make it with the state government corporation and private investors.
Sure.
So now whatever the suggestion which we will receive from the investors and the stakeholder, we are very open on it and we will go ahead. And we are welcoming the maximum public-private investment in the sector. I am expecting the investment of 50,000 crore in logistic in the logistic park, and this conference will be a very important conference for the investors, those who are particularly interested in logistics.
So 50,000 crores worth of investment, are you expecting most of this to be primarily domestic investment? Are you expecting to hear from some big ticket foreign investors as well in the summit?
Now the summit is open for everybody. It is for foreign investor, it is for Indian investor, it is for government entrepreneur. Any corporation belong to state or central government. Even it going for agriculture ministry, just like the APADA, a lot of agencies are there in commerce ministry, and anyone can take initiative in it, and is open for everybody. And if they suppose they have some good suggestions, we will also think on it.
Sir, I now want to talk to you about the integrated transport and logistics policy, because you've said that you really want to increase the speed of freight which is plying on India's highways. In fact, you want to double it. When does this policy see light of day, and what can we expect in terms of some of the salient features which will help you achieve this target?
Already in this conference, the different department and stakeholders, and from my ministry, we are giving proposal of our policies to the stakeholders. We are going to discuss all these things into the conference about the technology, about the policy. And I feel that by FICCI and CI is our partner, and by which we are expecting the investor from all over India, also from foreign investor, and with the suggestions, with their experience in for other countries, whatever the good suggestions which we will receive, on that basis we will think about it.
So just talking about FY18, if you could shed some light on the sort of, targets and the thought process that you have. For instance, the project award target, will it continue to be 15,000 crores, which was this year's target? Are you looking at upping it? And also the road construction numbers that you think are feasible for FY18?
One thing which is a reservation in my mind, when I declare targets, you never give me any appreciation for completing the good record. But you can trying to discuss issue that you are not completing the targets. Targets is the target.
No,
it
sir,
is not the, I don't want to, but somewhere suppose a student passes with a 75%, the father and guardian say, why are you not getting 80%? If we get 80, what are 85%?
No,
If
sir,
85, why not 20%?
No, sir, we completely take your point on board, and we completely sort of get why you're saying it's important to set lofty targets. The intent is noble. The intent is to get the infrastructure, the highway sector on track. So therefore, we're just asking, I mean, what do you have in mind? You already must have a blueprint of sorts in place in your head. So what are you looking out for in FY18? What are you going to tell your top officials to look at?
Actually, the target is very high. The NHI and NHIDCL, these are important to our very powerful hands. At the same time, we want to take the help from the stakeholders in the state government, state PWDs. And now we have started the work of express highways. Now this year we are going to start Baroda-Mumbai Express Highway of 44,000 crores. We are now fixing the alignment for Delhi-Jaipur, Delhi-Katra, and at the same time Delhi-Meerut is moving fast now. The work is going on. And Delhi-Easterly bypass is going to be completed before we are trying to, also this is the target, we are trying to complete it before 26 May, where our government is going to complete 3 years. So the things in the sector is moving fast. We have already converting the state highway into national highway. We are now up to 1,70,000 crore. In next 3-4 months, it will be going up to 2 lakh kilometer. And now you just understand the 52 lakh kilometer road length we have, out of which the only 2% was national highway, 96,000 kilometer, and 40% of traffic was on 2% road. But after converting it into 2 lakh kilometer, the 80% of national traffic will be on national highway. The accidents, road accidents is a big problem for us. We want to reduce the accidents. Now we are started this fast track. Because of that, 18% of the toll plaza is now converted into fast track. So now we have decided every lane will be on fast track. So we are moving fast. I feel that we are trying to complete this up more than 50% within 2 months. And after that, we will reduce the time, we reduce the fuel, and it will be also good for the pollution which we are facing. That can be a good solution for that.
So
we
sir,
are making 2 to 4 lane.
Sir, I completely,
Yes, yes.
I appreciate everything that you're saying, but I'm just going to try my luck here once again. In terms of construction per day and total awards that the ministry might hope to achieve for FY18, some rough numbers or maybe a range that we can work with?
Now I don't know to give rough number, because you take it that number, then whatever we work it, you ask me why you are not complete your target. So declaring target is also a big problem.
Okay,
But
sir.
my 40-kilometer target is the target, and in my regime, I am assuring you that the day will come that we will achieve this 40-kilometer per day target, and I will show you that department, the NHI, NHIDCL, we have got all potential that we can make the 40-kilometer road construction per day.
Well, sir, it's going to be a good day for India, for everybody who uses highways, and that would be almost every single citizen here. But let me now talk about money, and you mentioned the amount that you're looking to raise in the summit itself. You've earlier, of course, laid out a very ambitious target of 25 lakh crores. That's, of course, across, highways, shipping, across the infrastructure sector. You've spoken about masala bonds and some innovative ideas that the NHAI can work with. Are we going to see any of this sort of play through in this year? Is the NHAI
Already
thinking
for
of fresh?
masala bond, we are... Yes, in masala bond, we are in process. We need some approval from the government agencies. Probably within 8-10 days, we will get the approval and we will go for the masala bonds. As far as the financial position of the department is concerned, we are on the very, very solid track. And now we want to monetize the project number more than 100, and where we receive 1,25,000 crore. Then the limit for masala, the infrastructure bonds, is more than 70,000 crore is with us. Then we can monetize all projects which we completed within this 1 and 2 years also. Then hybrid projects are there. And at the same time, I am confident that the investors are ready to invest in the sector. And my 25 lakh crore target, just I want to clear it, out of which 15 lakh crores in road sector and 15 lakh crores my target is in shipping, ports and inland waterways. And here is Sagarmala is a project where we are expecting the big investment. Out of 4 lakh crores in this Sagarmala, 1 lakh crore already we have completed the work in the port sector, mechanization, modernization of the port. And our profit is increased from 6,000 crore to 7,000 crore for this year. All ports are in good profits, and we are planning making of 14 industrial clusters, where the petroleum cluster, where is the chemical cluster, leather cluster, furniture cluster, automobile cluster, where we are expecting the investment of 8 lakh crores in the industrial clusters.
Okay.
And this is the most important. By adding all these things in my department, my approximately target coming to 25 lakh crore. And today we are both department is concerning, we are up to 5 lakh 50,000 crore. And up to end of March, again that is the target, we are trying to complete 6 lakh crore. And the next we will try we are moving fast and to get it to be more done in Sagarmala, because this is a very ambitious project for the government.
So now I'm going to talk about certain issues which are extremely consumer centric, so everybody wants to know. One is what is happening with the scrappage policy, and in the same light, because we're talking about, more environment-friendly ways, there are reports that indicate that, you have been in conversation with the finance ministry to look at maybe some sort of SOPs or subsidies to really give a boost to e-vehicles. So if you could shed some light on that, sir.
Actually, regarding the scrapping policy, now the cabinet note is prepared, and we are waiting for the approval of the cabinet. After that, we will implement that policy. Regarding the electric vehicles, already there was one meeting with the finance minister, and now the policy is under after the concessions, tax concessions, it is up to the finance ministry and the cabinet. We are pursuing the thing, but I am confident due course of time we will be in position to pass this policy into the cabinet, and we are going to encouraging biofuel, ethanol, biodiesel, bio-CNG and electric. We are already signed, I already signed the file where we are going to use LNG as an automobile fuel. In the port sector, in the shipping, in the trucks, buses, it is a clean fuel and cost effective. So we are also making e-auto rickshaw, e-car, electric auto rickshaw and electric bus. We are thinking now giving some more concessions for that. We are also working on these directions, and we are going to encourage the electric vehicles, biofuel vehicles as a fuel. We want to use it because we are very much concerned about the pollution. Pollution is a big concern. And import substitute, cost effective and pollution free and indigenous technology is our highest priority. We are also moving for some mass rapid electric transport. We have already planning for making Dholakua to Manesar 70,000 kilometer a new system. Now we are decided to make some pilot projects, because after that the security concerns are important, and after that we will implement this policy into whole of India, particularly the metro cities, and that can be very useful for our traffic congestion.
So finally, since you're here with us, I cannot let you go without simply putting this question. Goa is on everyone's mind, and everyone is really wondering what happens tomorrow. There are allegations that are coming in from all sorts of parties. The Congress says Mr. Parrikar is a two-day chief minister. I mean, if you could just set the record straight on this about the numbers game in Goa and how you expect things to play out, because tomorrow is probably going to be a critical day, wouldn't you agree?
Today there is already in assembly, the test is there. I don't make any comments on it, but it is a support from the regional parties and independents with BJP, and I am confident that under the leadership of Manohar Parrikar, we will get majority in the assembly also tomorrow, and I am very much confident about it, and I don't feel any problem there. Regarding the Congress party, they missed the bus. And because of their frustration, they are making a lot of allegations. The allegations are baseless.
All right, so we'll leave it on that note. Thank you so much for taking out the time and joining us on CNBC TV18.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's it from this special conversation. A break, and news continues after that.